Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Driver that plunged into spectators expresses sadness at deadly outcome. The driver of the motor car that plunged into spectators at Vernon Field in Clarendon on Sunday has expressed sadness at the deadly outcome. The driver behind the wheels was Rory Smith. Smith's attorney Christopher Townsend says he went to the police on Monday and voluntarily gave a statement.
When I saw him, he was very tearful because it is a very, very sad occurrence, extremely sad occurrence. I don't know if he has even recovered it, but he was pretty tearful. It's not even him that maintained it, It was checked and it was roadworthy, so you don't have to accept his word for it. The independent authority checked his vehicle and said that it was in fact so.
Boyfriend of missing social media influencer expresses concern for his safety. Constable Noel Maitland, the boyfriend of missing social media influencer Donnelly Donaldson, has expressed concern for her safety to his attorney. That's according to Christopher Townsend, who has been retained by Constable Maitland as an investigation into Donaldson's disappearance intensifies. Townsend made the disclosure during an interview.
Extremely concerned. Several reasons, of course. Primary reasons that her safety and her safe return is very important to him. And of course, when she returns, or if she returns, then all of this will go away because he has had a very trying time. You can imagine everybody calling you, people threatening your life. Everywhere you go, you are on everybody's lips and in a negative way. So it is indeed extremely stressful for him, and it has damaged his reputation without any proof that he did anything. All of this, is really public opinion that is being driven. He has been receiving death threats from very early in the game, to the point where he's afraid to even answer his phone. Well, I've been instructed that there are at least 2 eyewitnesses who confirm that when they saw her, she was in the process of departing the premises. So you have 2 other persons corroborating what he said. I have seen the news conferences that were conducted, and I believe that certainly if it is that you're going to conduct this type of investigation, you have to do it with a very open mind, because if you don't, the would-be perpetrator might just slip through your hands. So you have to be looking everywhere. At this point, it appears, and I will emphasize that it appears that they're focusing on these 2 persons. There's no reason to remove him. There's really none. And we have to be very careful how it is that we crucify people. And this is not even suspicion. This is just public opinion. Public opinion is really, or certainly it appears, right, as it appears that it's dictating the fact.
Significant backlog of cases burdening justice system, says Justice Minister. Justice Minister Delroy Jock says courts across the island are still grappling with a significant backlog of cases, further burdening the justice system. He was speaking Thursday morning at the launch of the Justice for All campaign by human rights lobby group Jamaicans for Justice.
So if 900 traffic ticketers or traffic violators don't turn up, that court, after they've dealt with the 100 that turn up, in order to ensure that they acknowledge that 900 haven't turned up, each time the marshal has to go there and call each name 3 times. And then you have to write up 900 warrants, which is impossible. And for those 900 warrants to be served, the burden is just too much. When I say that the courts are overburdened, I can give you a few statistics. We have over 70,000 cases coming to the parish courts every year, in addition to 280,000 road traffic tickets. And when 1,000 case comes to court on a day, and only 100 motorists turn up, the 900 that don't turn up, the court marshal has to go and call each name 3 times. The need to have adjudication dealt with in a timely manner is absolutely urgent. In truth, I want to congratulate the present Chief Justice because he's now focusing on statistics. And these statistics and the data will assist him and the policymakers in getting policies dealt with properly so that the system can improve and all the policies can be data-driven.
Jamaicas Sharika Jackson smashes championship record in 200-meter final win. Jamaicas Sharika Jackson has obliterated the women's 200 meters championship record at the Oregon World Championships. Jackson, who advanced to the final with the fastest qualifying time of 21.66 seconds, bolted to a massive personal best and championship record and a new national record of 21.45 seconds to become the fastest woman alive in the event. She has now joined the world record holder Florence Griffith Joyner of the United States as the only female athlete to run a sub-21.5 clocking in the 200 meters. Meanwhile, her compatriot and 5-time 100-meter world champion Chilean Fraser Price stormed a season's best of the 21.81 seconds to claim the silver medal in the event. This is Fraser Price's second world championship medal in the 200 meters after winning gold at the 2013 Moscow World Championships. However, Elaine Thompson-Herro, who won the sprint double at the Tokyo Olympics last year, had to settle for 7th place in a time of 22.05 seconds. Thompson-Herro was seeking her first World Championship gold medal in the event. Investigators trying to determine cause of fire at Prairie Plaza. Fire investigators are trying to determine what caused a large blaze at Prairie Plaza in St. Andrew early on Thursday. The fire, which started shortly after 11 o'clock, gutted a section of the solar panel store at the rear of the plaza. 5 units were dispatched to the scene. Public Relations Officer for the Jamaica Fire Brigade, Emilia Ebanks, says no one was injured. Clarendon councillors livid at cancellation of Own Your Own Device program. Clarendon councillors have expressed outrage at the cancellation of the Own Your Own Device initiative by the Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development. In a correspondence from the ministry that was read at the Monte sitting at the Clarendon Municipal Corporation on July 13, it was stated that the initiative, which should have been executed under the Social and Economic Recovery and Vaccine Program within the 2021-2022 fiscal year, would not be pursued as previously communicated in collaboration with the Ministry of Finance and the Public Service Ministry of Education and Youth and E-Learning, an agency of the Ministry of Science, Energy and Technology. Upheld Purcell, counsel for the Yorktown Division, called the decision a disgrace as he fumed that he was already being quizzed by residents as to when the devices would be delivered. This is a disgrace. I want you to take this up very seriously with the minister. It can't happen. We devise them, we give we citizen. Me want it, he ranted as he asked Mayor of the Maypen, Winston Mirage, to intervene. I need mine, the children need it, and we cannot afford them not to get it. And now I promise them, because the government tell me that I must send in the names, and I send it in, and today, after 6 months, and we can't get it, he continued his tirade. He said councillors will be blamed, and the decision to scrap the program puts them in a bad light, even as he called on the local government minister Desmond McKenzie to ensure that he receive his 10 for his division. Sean Barnesville, counsel for the Haynes division, said the decision is not something that can be overlooked, calling it a poor one. It doesn't speak well on how they take this situation of education of our children while being at home, whatever the situation is. But it can only help to enhance the learning ability in school, he said, as he declared shame on the ministry for deciding to scrap the program. Radcliffe McDonough, counsel for the Tollgate Division, said it is sad to know that the government has gone back on its word amid queries from residents about the gadgets. I get called every day. This is not political. This is a reality. If you make a promise, we have to find a way and get it to them. Things like this can come back to haunt you sometimes, he argued. Carton Bailey, counsel for the Milk River Division, contended that councillors are being set up. He said that after the announcement was made, councillors acted on it and went in their various divisions, identifying while dispatch the persons who needed the gadget. Now we're being told that nothing like this is going to happen. It is things like these why people is if the opinion that politicians are thief, a con artist, a genial, and you can't blame them, he stated. Government launches Jamaica 60 commemorative stamps. 2 commemorative stamps were officially launched on Thursday, July 21, in honor of Jamaica's 60th independence anniversary. The stamp resulted from a partnership between the Ministry of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport and the Post and Telecommunications Department, Jamaica Post. Speaking at the launch at the ministry's office in Kingston, Portfolio Minister Oliver Grange said it is fitting to produce these stamps at this time to mark an important milestone in Jamaica's history. There is always a need for commemorative stamps. I want to encourage Jamaicans here and in the diaspora to purchase and use the stamps and give them as gifts, Green said. They have a wonderful design, I must tell you. Call it these stamps because they are going to be valuable, particularly at this time when everything is going digital, she added. The stamps are available at Jamaica Post locations island-wide for $60 and $120. The former will be used locally, while the latter is intended for international circulation. Meanwhile, Senior Director of the Corporate Service of the Post and Telecommunications Department, Herbert Fletcher, said the entity is pleased to have been commissioned to procure and issue the Jamaica 68 Independence Stamp Set. He noted that the artwork represents the creativity, boldness, and greatness of Jamaicans. The stamps highlight the Jamaica 60th Anniversary logo, which is centered around the swallow-tailed hummingbird. The bird is shown with its head pointing skyward, symbolizing our rise to excellence, while the beak is shown open, which depicts the friendly smile and innate warm nature of Jamaicans, Fletcher said. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.